Hi everyone, Maria here. Wow, today is another launch of a new week, not a new product, a new week. I am here. I don't think you can hear me. Let me turn up this volume a minute here. This is just us talking. Shoot. I am not going to edit this. This is going to be as is. So if you can tell from the title of uh, this video is, are you feeling stuck in the planning mode and finally wanting to launch and you've just been stuck? And I know I've been there. And don't you find that sometimes you start a project like I do? Okay, I start something and then in the middle of it, I'm like, you know what? No, this is just not right. It's not going to do. I have to redo it. I have to recorrect it. And then you start going down that rabbit hole. That happened to me this week. That's why I thought about talking about this because this week I joined a society. What is it called? Oh shoot. I just hit something. I don't know what I hit. I hope it's still recording. I hit something, it beeped. I think it's okay. Anyway, I joined a society for Profit Society, and Lord knows, I was like, y'all geeked and everything. And then I decided to ask a question. Oh, what? That question took me down the rabbit hole about my website. And then when I went to my website, I said, let me check this out and make sure everything's working correctly. And I saw a bunch of stuff. And I said, no, I can't even ask the question because now my site doesn't look good. So what's the point? But anyway, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, where you get stuck and you start spinning your wheels and going down a rabbit hole. Well, friends, that's me. If you haven't been to my channel before, I'm Maria, and I help people get unstuck and get into those modes of building their business. So what it is you don't need more ideas. You just need a launch date. You just need a date to get out of all those Google Docs that might be overflowing in your folders there. So if you've outlined and you've created mind maps, which I have, Trello boards, you don't want to see mine. It's confusing even to me. Sticky notes, tried that, been there all over my computer, it didn't work. And maybe vision boards on the refrigerators, but still have not launched. This is a sign that the planning mode is just that. You're still in that mode. So let's define the planning mode. The planning mode is where you feel productive. Yeah, I've done a great day. I feel like I'm getting something done. But where you're actually producing, or where you just actually spinning your wheels, oh my gosh. I want to get out of that mode too. That's what I'm talking about it. I feel that when I talk about stuff, I bring it to the light, I reflect on it, and then I kind of help myself. So if you're in that phase of planning, you're trying to be a perfectionist. You're perfecting that freebie before anyone else asks about it. Exactly here, hands up. You've rewritten the landing page header more than 14, 15 times. I know I do that. I'm working on it now. That's just my point made. My website, when I said I was going to ask a question, and that would drive all these people, like 50 people, to my site. I said, this does not look good. So I started changing it, and guess what? I didn't stop at the headline sentence. No, I changed the sentence, the paragraph. I added a picture. I changed the color. You don't even want to know. I don't even want to tell you. So it's it gets bad. So you have to the planning mode. So this is cathartic to me to talk about this. So you keep watching tutorials. You insist on testing your own stuff all the time, and that's me. I've been I've been there and I'm there right now. Uh, we tell ourselves we're working, but it's all prep and no play. It's just all movement and nothing really happening, which is what's the bottom line? Bottom line is profit, and you're not making profit if you're not doing what you have to do. And sometimes it just gets hard to get out of that mode. So, why do we do this to ourselves? Is it fear? Yeah, it's fear. But really, people say that it's fear, and I've read all about it and I heard it's fear, but I don't know if it's fear. Well, I guess it is because I am fearful of asking the question because it will drive people to my site, which is not ready. And yeah, there you go. I need a coach. I'm going to find myself another coach. Not me. I'm not the coach, but I do coach some, but not coach myself. Does that make sense? Yeah, it can. It can. I don't know. But anyway, fear fear is doing, what was I saying about fear? Fear is doing the wrong thing. That's it. That's the key. Fear is that no one will respond. In my case, I think too many people will respond and then look at the project that I have as it's not professional, it's not good, it's not looking great. So, but here's the truth. Clarity doesn't come from overthinking. It comes from doing, and I've talked about this before until I'm blue in the face, even to myself. Once you hit publish, boom, you get feedback, you learn, you adjust. That's real motivation and momentum. It's just that hit publish and go. So here's the shift that will get anyone, including myself, from planning into launch. What is that little shift, those shifts that need to take place? There are three that I think might be helpful is set a 48-hour launch window. Not perfect deadline, not a doable deadline. Pick a date and you've got to stick with it. It's got to be a do or die date. Launch ugly. Oh, Lord. Your version should be scrappy, it should be messy, it should be real. No one cares if it's pretty. They care if it helps. And you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna guide all my links to where they need to go and get out of where I have them. I'm gonna do that today. Uh, and I'm asked that question by tomorrow that I make another video. That question will be asked, and what and come what may to my website. But anyway, tell someone that you're going to launch. That you're going to launch. Post about your launch publicly. Remember, that's when you talk about what you're going to do. That also gives you accountability, which is important even if it's just a mini offer or a lead magnet. Now you've got accountability. That's what I said, a little accountability. If you do that, if you tell someone, if you publish the date, put it on your socials, and then you have to do it because people are waiting for it. That little fire, that small little fire, that's how things start. It could be an amber, and then it grows into a big fire. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say. And then you can actually, as I've been telling you my stories about this week was really something when I really wanted to ask the question. The question's still sitting there on my group, on my this particular group that I paid to get in. I have my question just sitting there. I've edited the question a few times. I've added to the question a few times. But why won't I just hit, like I said, publish? Just go. I'm going to do that. But I just wanted to get in and fix my site. But really, I'm going to just move the buttons, my offers over to one particular offer, which you know what it is, my VIP community. And that's that. And everybody can go there. So, what will it be perfect? Nope, mine won't be. Will yours be perfect? Maybe. I don't know. Did it get any leads? It hasn't so far. Well, it will, perhaps. And then will you have momentum and confidence? Yes, because when you start moving forward, you build momentum and then that naturally leads to confidence. So let me ask you, what's next to launch? What's your next launch date? What's your next launch product? So DM me and let me know or put a comment at the bottom there. I would love to know. So you don't need permission, you need a plan and a date. So let's go launch something together. Let's do it this week. This week, I'm having a launch this week actually, but that'll be later. I'll talk about that. It'll be on the 31st, so I will be talking about that tomorrow. Let me talk about that tomorrow. Today and to between today and tomorrow, I'm going to launch that question. which doesn't seem significant, but it's a big question in a big group for me, and it will get all eyeballs on me. So, and sometimes, even though I do these videos every day, I don't want these eyeballs on me all day. I don't want that much, but still, does it make sense? Do I make sense? I don't know. But anyway, let's get unstuck together and move forward and stop being perfectionists. I'm gonna get back to fixing my site. No, I'm joking. All right. I hope this was productive or at least entertaining. All right. Bye.